city of Chicago blowing their budgets on settlements, having to approve tens of millions of dollars more, and they say more could be coming. It is Illinois in Focus Daily. I'm Greg Bishop. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Taxpayers getting hit with continued settlement payouts. Go to thecentersquare.com. Not only will you be able to find the latest headlines, you can also get the newsletter, and you can donate as well. We're a nonprofit newswire service, and we definitely are driven by your donations. So go to thecentersquare.com. All right, so Jim Talamonte, our Chicago reporter up north, he covers what's going on in Chicago, and saw this, that they're approving and already approved $77 million for lawsuit payouts. So let's read through this a little bit. Chicago government officials have agreed to pay out nearly double the amounts they budgeted for lawsuit settlements this year. The city's taxpayers now expected to foot the bill for more than $77 million in additional lawsuit settlements, pushing the total just for 2025 to $160 million. Now, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson's administration only budgeted $82 million for the year. And the council earlier this week approved $62 million for payouts of police-related incidents and $15.5 million in a payout for a parking meter company dispute. So you had a variety of people talking about this at the city council. Here's some of it. And
it has to stop.
Also, we'll hear from the city's corporation council. So let's see what the debate's about.
This has to stop, people. It has to stop. It's a two-way street. It can't be a one-way street. Only we could lose, but you could win. That ain't right, okay? This is a sad situation. Where was her family? Her family didn't take her in. She didn't live with her own family, okay? She refused. She didn't want to go with the police. I don't know what more we could have done. It was a weird thing. I mean, you see somebody out on the street in her robe and no shoes, okay? You refuse a ride. She says she's afraid to go with the police because she don't want to get killed by the police. And we're damned if we do, damned if we didn't. I could guarantee anybody here, we'd be here with an opposite thing. If they forced her in that car, we'd be being sued because they forced her in the car. So I'm not going to blame anybody. I'm not going to blame the call taker. I'm not going to blame the police. I'm not going to blame anybody. It's an unfortunate thing. I just don't think we should be paying $5 million for this. I'm a strong no. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
I remember the details of this, but I also know that we have seen time and time again, especially over the last several months, where acts of God are things that we're now settling. We are not God's piggy bank. We cannot keep doing this because we know that there are hundreds of other settlements that are coming down the pike. And by continuing down this path of creating a whole new cottage industry for unscrupulous lawyers to take advantage of, we are putting taxpayers at risk again for a generation.
Settlements are a difficult subject for the alders, and we get that. Our obligation is presented to them nonetheless, and for those aldermen that attend the Committee on Finance and actually hear the facts, the vast majority of them support a settlement outcome. The vast majority of what we do, however, is not settlement. So there is a misnomer. Let me correct it. The vast majority of our matters do get tried, but there are categories of cases that are in the interests of the city to settle. I want all the Alder Corps and the general public to get ready because we're going to have more settlements. It's the responsible thing to do. We will have more trials. When it's appropriate, that will be the responsible thing to do.
Again, this is just one aspect of Chicago's budget that's obviously getting blown out from what they proposed and approved earlier this year. The city's already facing like a $1 billion budget deficit, if not $1.5 billion budget deficit. So $77 million more for Chicago City Hall to pay out in settlements. Let's take a look at some of the other controversy that's sweeping Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, and it deals with what happened earlier this week in Washington, D.C., outside of a Jewish museum. Some Israeli embassy people, a couple. They were getting ready to get engaged, getting gunned down by somebody shouting "Free Palestine," and that's clearly led to some concern as to where Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson has stood on this. So he was asked about it yesterday in a couple of different formats, and ultimately tried to distance himself from groups that he's been standing alongside at various events, saying that he's focused on workers' rights and civil rights, and that's what, like for instance, standing at a May Day event alongside an activist group that the accused shooter, who's from Chicago, was part of in Chicago, and Johnson distancing himself from that as well. So a lot of things going on in Chicago that I think are clearly making some national headlines, and it's important that we just touch on it here on Illinois in Focus Daily. I'm Greg Bishop. I got to get out of here and get to the rest of the week so that I can get to the weekend and prepare for what's going to be one heck of a week next week. All right, so be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and wake up with us each and every weekday morning here with Illinois in Focus Daily.